welcome, everybody. This is the CyphaDen Chat. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. I got my homie Pestilence with me, and tonight, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the dopest DJs, turntablists, DJ Qbert in the house. What's going on?
What is up? What is up?
Chilling, man. It's a pretty late night where I'm at, but we're gonna make it happen. It's crazy because it's still like in the 90-degree range, even though the rain was supposed to lower it today, but didn't happen.
Where are you guys at? Wisconsin or something?
Yes. Yep. Milwaukee, and he's in Green Bay.
Damn, nice.
We did get the cool down from the rain. It's like 73 here now.
Yeah,
That's a dope mask, and the name is dope too. Pestilence.
Thanks, bro.
It's a hard name.
Yeah, man. So my homie, I don't know if I know you do a lot of things, clearly. I mean, all over the place. Do you remember, I just have to ask you because we're in the same crew together. My homie, Carnage the Executioner, beatboxed for you, and you scratched over the beatbox Minneapolis, I believe. You remember that?
Yeah, I've done that a few times with different beatboxers and shit. But yes, I do.
Yeah, that's the homie, man. I know he.
Tell him what's up. I love that name too, Carnage.
Yeah, he actually changed. That's his main moniker that'll always be, but he changed it now to Terrell X.
That's dope too, Terrell X.
Yeah, man. But yes. So, man, how are you doing this evening, though? All the way over in Pacific, Cali.
Amazing. Thank God for everything. It's awesome right now.
That's dope, man.
How about you guys? How you guys doing?
Yeah,
good.
I feel pretty good about it. Me and Pestilence, we got a project dropping at some point in the near. We shot most of our videos for it when we were on our tour together last October. Speaking of tours, you've been all over the world. Do you have a standout tour moment and then a standout DMC moment aside from clearly like winning the DMCs, but like, do you have a moment that stands out from being there and touring?
I mean, I love going to anything tropical. I love going out to like the islands, like in Hawaii. That's like my favorite. And then every country is amazing. Every country got some amazing stuff to offer. But as far as the DMC, probably when I first got to the DMC a long time ago, before I won the World Championships, I almost won the World Championships. I took second place, and that taught me a big lesson to always practice. Don't get big headed. And at the time I was young, I got a little big headed. I was like, I don't need to practice. I'm gonna win this shit. And I fucking took second place. I almost won. I won the next couple years, but that's because I learned from that year. It was like I went all the way, and it was like fucking I stopped practicing. And that was a big lesson for me to never give up, never just keep excelling. And then from that day of losing, that was my favorite lesson of all time, to keep going. No, don't never stop. It's like the tortoise and the hare shit. You just got to keep going. Never give up.
I feel that, man. I have a problem with that in my shit because, I do the MC shit, hip hop shit, rhyming all over the place, but I don't think I practice enough.
That's it. That's just.
But it's not like I don't do battle shit no more. Battles are different now as far as
just battle against yourself, make yourself better, and that's the new challenge.
Yeah, I feel that.
You got to get better every day. That's just it. It doesn't matter about everybody else. You got to get better than what you did last time you busted out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, man. So way back, I'm just curious if do you remember what you used uh in the DJ battle, your first DJ battle with Mixmaster Mike way back in the day? Do you remember the records you used for that?
Oh, just kind of like some freestyle music, like Miami type beats and stuff. And yeah, I don't really have that much a very good memory. I do remember one hip hop song we played. I think it was Beats and Rhymes by UTFO. I remember that because I was listening to the speakers to see if the speakers sounded right because we had to bring our own heavy ass speakers at the time. So I was checking the monitors. I remember when we played that, I was like, all right, sounds good.
That's what's
You
up,
know that
man.
song, Beats and Rhymes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Old school, throwback, throwback.
Extremely old. That's 1985.
Yeah, man. Pesto, you got something?
Yeah, so like, I mean, obviously you've done all the big, you know, the big shit. You tour, you do all that stuff. What's like a regular like week, month workflow? You know, you say you're every day is trying to be better than yourself. You know, is that what does that look like for you in a day-to-day sense?
Well, I mean, as soon as I wake up, you're like half asleep, half dreaming. That's when you can kind of access your the questions to the universe. You can kind of like see what the God is trying to tell you right there, or your angels, or whatever. Your homies in your that's in that dimension that they are. What do you call it? You're an avatar here, but where you're what do you call broadcasting from, they're telling you things, and so you can go into that world right there because you're kind of in that meditative state. So that's the first thing I do. I stay right there, right when I'm about to wake up. I hold it right there, like I hold it there, and then you can access that. I guess they will call the Akashic records or whatever, and you can get a lot of answers to things. You can hear music, you can hear your artistry, you can solve puzzles right there, and you can see what you need to do, and kind of like you just I kind of stay still there and download all the info that I need to get from the universe. And then after I do that, I'll take note of that. Boom, put that in a little pocket in my brain. Dook, and then I'll do my sit-ups. The first thing I do is my sit-ups. After I go to the bathroom or whatever, take your piss and fucking you go do your sit-ups because that's when your stomach is the flattest. Do my 300 sit-ups. Wah, 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 wah. Do 100 push-ups. Woo, woo, woo. Then I'll grub out, little breakfast. And then the breakfast is kind of like some scrambled eggs and maybe some little rice. And then just go do the day and do my next workout, which is the cardio, and I'll walk my dog 20 minutes one direction and another 20 minutes the other direction, go up some stairs, boom, boom, boom. Now I'm like, after that, I'm ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. I'll start practicing, making beats, blah, blah, blah. Get online, do some I don't know, some marketing for my website. It's like we got these new things that just came out, these fidget faders. These things sell out in one day. And so these are up on djqbert.com. Speaking of right now, these are like
Super
what we
dope.
practice. When I'm walking my dog, I'm like practicing with this thing. Woo, 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 woo. And so by the time I get to the turntables, I'm already ready to go. I can start recording or whatever. And then that's that's pretty much it. Then I'll take my little break. I'll do a little 20-minute break, learn about things about like I'm really into like I call it true theory, but everyone else calls it conspiracy. But I'm into true theory about all the stuff that's happening in this Matrix, the video game of Matrix, the video game of life in this Matrix, and finding out about all the newest things and learning about that. I love that. That's probably my number one hobby is that. Second would be DJing. And then that's a little stuff, you know, fucking do some how you call it grocery shopping. I always eat organic, so we do organic food collecting, and then we harvest our own water when we need water. We go to the springs. You can find them if it's everywhere, all over the place. You go to findaspring.org, and you can see where the springs are, the secret location for springs located in your neck of the woods, and you collect your own water. And that's yeah, I don't want to keep going on and on, but yeah, that's pretty
Ah,
much.
it's dope, man.
I
I mean,
didn't
it's
even know
very
I didn't even know that was a thing. Findaspring.com.
findaspring.org. .org,
Yeah,
bro. That's how
.org.
you know it's not like fishy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
have to
why,
check it.
but for some reason, like our librarian in elementary school was like, if it's .org, it's probably like you ain't gonna get fished on. The comms and the nets, you know, that's sketchy shit. But they got a .org, you're probably finding a spring.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much my day, man. And constantly thanking God. I thank God for everything. Like I this whole during this whole COVID time, it was a real crazy time, and I found out, yo, you got to thank God for everything, and a lot of blessings will come to you, and it's like so. My whole day is a prayer to the Most High, pretty much. Even when I'm scratching, I'm thanking God. So much stuff, so much stuff. Like I said, I don't want to keep going on and on, but
Yeah.
you know,
So speaking of the fidget faders, and uh you had started the DJ Qbert Scratch School. Do you think anybody is capable of having the coordination for the record fader? Because I have turntables, right? Uh, I dabbled in it a little bit. I can't do crazy scratch shit really at all. But I had them. I DJ'd open mics. But do you think that anybody is capable of finding that coordination?
I mean, I didn't think I had it. I just kept going with it and going with it, and after a while, actually, it took me about 2 years to get like, oh shit, I'm feeling it like a musical instrument. It took me 2 years. Some kids they do it in like a month and they get it, but it's different for everybody. And of course, some people it might not be their thing. You know, it's usually what you love the most is what your gift from the universe is to you. You know, it's like everybody has a superpower or a bunch of superpowers, but it's mostly what you love to do the most. So,
Mm.
you know, that's probably maybe they can't do it because that's not really what they love to do. So it could be something else, or I don't know, or it could be something like me. I didn't think I could, but I did love it, even though I was bad at it in the beginning. I just kept doing it, and all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm getting a little bit all right." You know, it's different for everyone. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, but you've come up with and I mean on top of that, I mean you've come up with crazy concepts with other great-minded DJs, Invisible Scratch Pickles,
Big shots,
creating.
D Style, Shortcut, Mixmaster Mike, and everybody else.
Yes, yes,
We got an album coming out too pretty soon.
super dope. Before I even ask the question, can you talk about that album at all?
Yes, I think it should be almost done in about another month, and should be dropping after that real soon. And it's just kind of like what we love to do, and so that's I hope you guys like it.
That's dope, man. But Invisible Scratch Pickles started creating as DJs, as turntablists, creating the drums, the beats, uh, together, like all in like unison. Like, is that was that the original concept y'all had come up with when y'all got together? Like, how did that all form?
Well, I mean, it's like for me, the drums are like the foundation of the song, right? If the drums suck, the whole fucking song sucks. So the drums, if the drums are dope, then you could burp on it, put fucking fart on the fucking track, it's still gonna be dope. It doesn't matter. So the drums are first. If the drums dope, especially if you're doing a dope ass drum scratch, it's like that shit sounds fucking bizarre. Anything on top of that is gonna be icing on the cake. So that's the first part. Um, so that's kind of pretty much how it started. I was in a room and I was doing some drum scratching, and then Mixmaster Mike walks over to some other turntables we were practicing on. And he started scratching some horn sounds or something, and then DJ Apollo walked in and he started scratching on some sounds, and that was pretty much the first time we kind of had like a three-man turntable band back in 1992, late
Mm,
91 maybe.
that's what's up, man. Pesto, you got some
Uh, who's coming up with all these names? You know, like where did Qbert come from? Where did Invisible Scratch
scratch
Pickles
picks?
come from?
I mean, they're all from all over the place, but the Cuber one was kind of that was just a high school nickname, And then Invisible Scratch Pickles came out around the time we made Bionic Booger Breaks and Toasted Marshmallow Feet Breaks. I think Mixmaster Mike, we had just watched Silence of the Lambs, and then the dude tucked his fucking dick between his legs, and we said, "Well, why don't we be called the Invisible Pickles?" And then we started laughing as shit, laughing as fuck. I think we were stoned as shit. And then the next day, DJ Disc was like, "How about the Invisible Scratch Pickles?" And we were like, "Oh, that's pretty fucking dope." And so we kept it.
It was dope. It's definitely a unique name.
Yeah, we went for the dumbest ass names possible. There was a 100 mile per hour backsliding turkey cuts, and Mixmaster Mike had like unidentified flying octopus records, all kind of weird shit. The more psychedelic, the more entertaining it was for us.
That's dope, man. Yeah. So you won the DMCs back in 91, 92, 93.
World Championships 92, 93, 94, but dabbling was 91. I got right there, second place and shit. And then the next years we took it first place.
Yeah. So
Big shots.
you, you
Apollo
were
Mixmaster Mike.
so you were at that high level winning the DMCs. Did you have any interest at that point? Because I went and I was part of the Scribble Jam era. Did you have any interest of battling in the Scribble Jam era? Like,
If I knew about it, I was so underground in my own little niche. I didn't even know what the Scribble Jam stuff was until later.
hmm.
Because that's a Midwest thing, right? Kind of
Yeah, it
thing.
was
Yeah, that was,
it was
for you guys,
Cincinnati.
that was huge. For us in the West Coast, I didn't even hear about that until later. Like they said Eminem was part of it. I'm like, what? What is that battle now?
That's crazy. So it didn't reach. So it didn't see, and I thought it was a huge reach. But
Well,
I
yeah,
guess I
this is
guess
before the
maybe
internet, right?
yes, yeah,
Well, there you
90.
go. Yeah, it's in your neck of the
Yeah.
woods. It was a big thing for us. We'd never heard of it until the internet came out later.
Mm. But you would, if you would have known about it, you would have been a part of that.
I'm sure, yeah. Like anything hip hop, I was super down with like whatever the fuck hip hop. Let's go. I Scribble Jam, it was like I might have maybe a little bit heard of it from through Mr. Dibbs, which is a good friend of mine. He probably mentioned it, and I didn't really know too much about it. Or I might have did a show there, but maybe like just I might have performed and then went right back to the hotel. I didn't know it was like there was a battle thing going on. I don't even know, but
Hmm.
I do remember it kind of like, yeah, I might have did a show there because I did so many shows. I'm sure one of them could have been Scribble Jam, and then later it just when Eminem started getting popular, they said that he battled in Scribble Jam. I'm like, wait a minute, I remember that name somewhere, and that's pretty much all I knew about it at that time.
During your battling in turntablism, scratching, is there a standout battle to you that's not really talked about that stands out to you personally?
I mean, man, I don't know. I think there was I like to give shots to this one guy, Steve D from New York. When I battled in the US competition in 1991, I thought he was gonna win because I thought he was really like real funky and stuff. My stuff was a little out of the box, and maybe the judges thought that me being a little different kind of let me win. But for me, in as far as like him being funky and real technical and real smooth and like such a grandmaster of what he did, I really thought Steve D should have won. And so if anybody checks out the USA DMC 1991, check out the guy that takes second place. I thought he should have won. I took first place, but besides that, I think that dude should have won. I really did.
Hmm. That's what's up, man. Pesto, you
New
got
York,
some?
because New York is the fucking those are the guys that started it, and
Oh
so I
yeah.
was like, that shit must have went over the judges' heads because they didn't realize how dope he was. I think maybe or some shit. I don't know.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
how old were you when you first got into hip hop in general? Or has that always
Shit,
been
bro. 19. What was I? 7 years old when Rapper's Delight came out. So that's 1977.
who got you into it? Was it ma,
Nobody. Just
dad,
the fucking the song
uncle?
was on the radio, and I was like, ugh, what the fuck is this shit?
Okay.
And that was it.
That's
That's
And
dope.
then I
dope.
went to the fucking store. I went to get buy the record, Rapper's Delight, and then they ran out. It was sold out, and so they said, "But here's a girl version, same label, Funk You Up by Sequence." And I was like, "Oh man!" And then I got it home, and I played it, and I was like, "We're gonna funk you right on up. We're gonna funk you right on up." I was like, "This is dope. These girls are sick." And so I memorized all the lyrics from what the girls wrote. And NGB, she passed away. She was in that group.
Mm.
I think she had a different name in there. And man, I love that record. I was like, shit, if there's more, then that's when I started hunting for all the shit. And then all of a sudden, Planet Rock came out a few years later, Kraftwerk and all that. And then the movie Beach Street. Woo! That was good times.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Um, you were in DJ Hero 2. I didn't even play. Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't even play part 2 because
Me neither. I didn't even play any of it.
no, you didn't. So
I
how
did
does
not
that
fucking play zero of it.
so how
I
does that
fucking,
even happen? How does that come together?
well, they took my song. They took my song and remixed it, and they made it a certain way that which I didn't like, and so it kind of made me a little mad.
Mm,
So like, man, fuck. And so it was like, so it's not my music on there, really. But I was
damn.
happy. I was on there. I was like, woo, that's fucking dope. I love that shit. But they didn't really they did me injustice by making my music into something else. But it's okay, whatever. Fuck it. I was on it. Shit. I'm happy about that. But I never played it.
Yeah,
Like,
I only played the
what the
first
fuck
one.
is it?
I had the DJ thing. I only played the first one. It was different. It was different. It was interesting. You know.
Turned me off, man. I'm not even playing that shit. I was like, man, I'll just go back to Street Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm a Mortal Kombat dude. I'm a Mortal
Okay,
Kombat.
okay, yes, yes.
But I do have the Street Fighter. I was the dude though that would always go to the arcade and get fucked up by the pro like
Oh yeah, you can't
like
fuck with those guys. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and it made me just not want to play no more. But
that's
you know,
right.
but yeah, man. So I missed you last time you were in Wisconsin live. I think you played a spot in Oshkosh. Electric Lounge. I was surprised that that was where you were playing, to be honest. I was like, what? Hold on. DJ Qbert is playing Electric Lounge? Like, I was like, oh shit. Why am I not able to go to this? I'm pretty sure I had my
We
daughters.
had a show going on, didn't we?
Did we have a show that same day? I
I
don't
think
know
we
if
had
we
a
had a
show
show.
that same day.
Did we?
I think
I
we
don't
did.
remember what happened. But regardless, do you have anything that stands out to your shows that you've played in Wisconsin? Because I mean, like, is there anything that stands out in Wisconsin, like
I
show
mean,
wise?
I like looking at the ice lake, the snow and stuff, and looking at the nature and being like, oh man, look at
Mm.
that whole lake is you got ice skate on it and stuff, and that's pretty much what I got over there. I was just like, wow, that's fascinating. Kids can learn how to do hockey and whatever. I'm more into nature. You know, I'm kind of like
I
one of
feel
those
that.
people.
Hey, you'd think the kids could learn to do hockey. We don't even have a team over here, man.
What?
Yeah,
Wisconsin don't have no team, man.
yeah, we don't have an NHL team. I mean, we have an IHL team, I guess. You know,
I got one of my boys out there, really dope ass scratcher named Nuisance. You ever heard of DJ Nuisance?
dang.
Fucking
I
dope ass scratcher. I
don't
put him
think
on
so.
one of my scratch videos. I came out. I'm doing this thing, which is one scratch a day for a whole year. So that's like 365 scratches, and I'm almost at the tail end where it's almost done. But he's on one of the cars. He's from Wisconsin and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
dope.
dope. That's
Yeah,
super dope. Where is he? Milwaukee,
yeah,
Madison?
probably, yeah, something like that. One of those
Hmm.
cities.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pest, you got some?
Shit, man. No, I was kind of zoned in,
He was
and
zoning.
zoned out at the same time.
He was zoning. Okay. So Wisconsin thing that stands out, nature. Uh, what
And DJ Nuisance.
and DJ Nuisance.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fucking bad, man. You guys make amazing people out there.
oh well, that's dope. I appreciate I appreciate that.
One of the top scratchers, yep, out there in your guys' city.
Yeah, man. Well, that's dope.
And he's a fucking billionaire too, by the way.
Well,
He has
that I
his
did.
own. He has. I think he has a couple businesses, and he flies out to San Francisco where we stay, and he comes to the Octagon, and we practice. Fucking. That's his hobby is scratching, but he's also this multi-billionaire guy on
On
his
the side.
business. On the side, just really,
This
really,
is the
really.
billionaire on the side. I'm a scratcher.
Yeah, I mean
I'm one of the
that's the
coldest,
hobby, right?
one of the coldest scratchers, but on the side, I'm a billionaire. I
Yeah,
mean,
Amazing,
multi-business
amazing,
owning
right?
billionaire. Yeah, yeah, damn.
yeah, man. Hey, that's dope.
I didn't know you could do that on the side. Maybe I need to fucking change my on the side stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doing what he loves twice.
That
Uh,
rules.
so I mean, we talked briefly about the DJ Hero thing. I'm a gamer myself. You also had music featured in one of the Tony Hawk games. How did that come about? And do you know are you friends with Tony Hawk?
Oh, not an acquaintance maybe, but I got to give a shot to Mixmaster Mike who produced that track that's on the Tony Hawk game. So everyone gives me props like, "Yo, that's dope." Well, I did a lot of the scratches on there, but Mixmaster Mike made the beat, so I don't want to take all
Hmm.
the credit. But that is a track on my album Wave Twisters, which became Wave Twisters the movie. And Tony Hawk, man, thank you so much for putting me on that game. Once again, I never played it, but I'm glad I'm on there. Thank you so much.
You know which one it was?
Tony Hawk Underground.
Underground, yeah.
Have you ever
Oh,
played that
nice.
one, Pesto? Tony Hawk Underground?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of all the. I think I played Underground too. I don't think I
Hmm.
played the first one.
That's what's
Then
up.
there was
Whatever.
like Pro Skater and American Wasteland. They had a lot of them. They're coming back too.
Yeah, I know they
3 and 4.
remastered them all. Yeah, they remastered them all. They're
Yeah.
putting it back up. Yeah, I mean that's yeah, that's pretty dope, man. So there's this thing. I know a lot of DJs, a lot of turntablists, and a lot of the DJs I know have this. I don't know if it's they're old and bitter about the thing, but like they don't like the DJ term. They like the turntablist term. Is that like a thing throughout the whole world of DJing? Like, do a lot of people feel that way?
I don't give a fuck unless if they're dope, they're dope. Their name could be Shithead Bill. I'll be like, if he could scratch, I'll be like, yo, Shithead Bill, fucking dope.
All
I
right.
don't give a fuck. His name is Clitoris Forehead Sam. I'll be like, yo, if he's dope, he dope. If he's whack, he's whack. It don't matter. You can call yourself what the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. That's like the dumbest shit ever. Who gives a fuck about names? If you're sick, you could be fucking diarrhea gargling Fred. I'll be like, yo, this motherfucker, you gotta check him out.
Bro, clitoris forehead Sam is the funniest
Hey,
DJ,
if he's
DJ
whack,
name.
he's whack. If he's dope, he's dope. That's all that matters to me. I don't give a fuck what race you are, nationality, what planet you
Yes.
come from. If you can fucking scratch with your tentacles coming out your dick hole, you're fucking badass.
Damn, that's gonna be the clip right there, bro.
I mean,
That-
how good? I'm
I
a
know.
turntablist. Let me see that, motherfucker.
I
Give a
love
fuck
it.
what your name is.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
you're not
love
a
that.
turntablist unless you're scratching with tentacles out your dick.
That's the main purpose. If you fucking,
Yeah,
you got to be doing something. Who gives a fuck what you're called and shit?
Yeah,
But
man.
that's fair.
I have to say, Pestilence is a dope name. Sometimes it is icing on the cake, though. That's a dope name.
I was gonna roll with like something like James or Dave, but then I was like, nah, I should roll with Pestilence instead.
Pesto. That's sick, bro. I love it. That's my favorite flavor,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Me too. I actually the crazy part is I had never had pesto until I had the name. So it was like 6 years ago, and then I tried it and was like, damn, I was
If I
fucking
went to an
sleeping
Italian place,
on.
I'll be like, yo, I want the pesto right now.
Yeah.
I'll put you on some game. You get a pizza with pesto as the sauce base, and then you get the feta cheese on there. Ooh, and then chicken.
Woo!
It's over.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, man. Paz, you got something for Qbert, man?
Outside of like the, DJing obviously being a very, realistic passion. You said, theorizing is another like huge thing for you. Are there other like, do you have other hobbies that you do? Do you like to go disc golfing? Do you have like, is there anything like that that you're like, wicked sick at besides the, turntablism, DJing, clitoris forehead stuff?
Well, I always tell everybody, like when I get into Uber, they always ask me what I do. I always tell them I'm a ufologist. I mean, that's my first passion, was that since I was a kid. I was always into like outer space worlds and things like that and how they live out there, and I bring that information here, and I try to let people know about it, such as karma. Like you go to school, they don't fucking teach you about karma. You know that that's the real money. You help people and it comes back to you. They fucking don't teach you about that. They don't teach you about God or spirituality. They don't teach you about helping others. They don't teach you about your sixth or seventh sense or all your other senses. They just teach you about your five senses. They don't want you to know about a lot of shit. So I'm like, I try to like tell people like, yo, there's more to the universe than just what they show you in school, because the schools are controlled to keep you kind of like in a cage. So I like figuring out. That was my first passion, like I said, is secrets of the universe. But like I said, I'm more into that than I am into DJing. I swear to God.
Yeah. So then what did you feel about when now there's the actual reality and footage of UFOs existing now? Like now they now they put it out there now, so
I've
everybody
been into
knows
that
now.
since the 70s, my brother. I've been into that.
Yeah.
I've been into that since I was a kid. That's seven. I don't even know how the fuck long that. Fucking like almost 50 years ago, I've been knowing about that shit. It's almost common sense. If you think we're the only planet in
Yeah.
this universe, it's
Yeah.
like it's almost like you're dumb. So I hate to say I had to. I don't want to insult people, but you're just pretty much fucking dumb.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's a pretty short-sighted way of looking. But those are the same people that think that like, yo, everything revolves around the earth, which actually revolves around me. So when I die, all this ends. There's a lot of people
Right?
out there like that. They're like, hey, it's all over. It's just a
Yeah,
fever dream. They're all extensions of my own pixels.
sure, for sure. And I got a lot of friends like that too. And I don't, hey, I respect their beliefs too, but it's like a little like it's not fun to talk to them because they're like a little closed minded. They can't open up and be like, oh yeah, huh? How about this? How about that? They're more like, no, it's just this one way. It's like a little boring and shit.
Mm.
So if you are on like the tip of like, okay, there's visitors, there's obviously other life out there. How far do you think that extends as far as like, because my biggest question for that would always be, and my belief is there's shit out there. I'm sure it's been in the realm of it being around here. I'm not denying that as a possibility, but they're being consistent, like they're around here checking shit out. How come there's no communication? There's no guy. There's no that thing that comes down. You see in every movie that tries to depict space life, there's always some kind of contact like that. Why do you think, or how do you think that's been suppressed, if there is that?
Well, it's a little bit of a long story, but I mean, if you look at certain things like the pyramids of Egypt, like you can't make that. I mean, it's like nobody can make that. It's too
Right.
advanced. It's also the geometry of it is too advanced. You can only kind of see it from the sky, where in the middle of the pyramid there's a line down the middle of the pyramid. You can't see it on the flat part. If you see it from
Yeah.
the top view, it's actually eight-sided rather than four-sided, and on the exact side of the planet, like let's say this is Earth right here, right? On the top, let's just say pyramids of Egypt right here. If you make a straight line all the way down through the middle of the Earth, on the other side is the pyramids of Mexico, which have the same circumference. I mean the same measurement at the bottom of the base of the pyramid as the pyramids of Egypt. That's just one thing. There's pyramids on the moon. Um, there's pyramids on Mars. You can see it. It's in a Fibonacci sequence, which is a mathematical kind of like equation that looks like how you call it, like a swirl, like on a snail. That's super high level geometry. Man, and there's a lot of things that are being discovered. Like now they're looking at uh, 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 like they could see what the pyramids look like inside the earth, and it's just this. I'll show you. So let's say this obelisk right here. See the top here is the pyramid. The pyramid.
Yeah.
That's what they're showing. Now they're saying it goes all the freaking way down, just like an obelisk would. And you can see, like in Washington D.C., they have these structures like an obelisk, and these things are like free energy for us, and are suppressing that from us. And so there's a lot of things we don't know about, and there's a lot of free energy technology that they're hiding. If they give us the free energy technology, then we'll be free. And that's kind of like what's happening right now. All this free energy technology is about to come out. And so they've been suppressing a lot of this information, like, oh, there's no life out there. There's no UFOs. They don't want us to know about it because that's
It
like,
takes money out of their pocket, you know? Yeah.
well, yeah,
Takes
pretty much.
power away. Takes
Well,
a lot of that stuff.
sure. In a long story short, we're a farm and they fucking eat us. These aliens, these evil aliens, they fucking eat us. You may not believe it, but that's what's happening. And so we're pretty much getting out of that right now. And when people find out, it's like, whoa, this whole fucking time we're food for fucking these aliens. So this is pretty much what's happening right now. So this is like, let's just say this is our galaxy, right? This is fucking a big ass ball of stars right here, right in the fucking center. Hello, advanced civilizations. Then over here, you got this a swirl, and way the fuck out here, all these fucking stars, way the fuck out here is our sun. Super far from the center of the galaxy, which is more advanced. We're all the fucking way out here, like our sun is an uncharted island. And so these evil aliens, they can't really live over here, so they sabotage all these outer solar systems, which is our sun right now. And so they fucking have taken over us and enslaved us, and they fucking use us as food and energy and all this stuff. And so they brainwash this whole planet for thousands of years to be like enslaved in this thing. It's called the money magic system. Everyone's trying to fight for money. Don't teach them about karma. Don't teach them about, like, when you help others, it comes back to you. Don't teach them that. Just tell them, make them fight for money their whole life. And so that's why no one can understand what's going on, and we're all just trying to make that dollar and shit rather than helping each other. And
so when you say they feed on us, it's not in a literal sense like you would expect.
It isn't a literal
well, it
sense,
is, but it's more the energy harvesting than it is like, you know, they're picking up Thelma and munching her in front of you, you know, like
they are eating
more
us. They're also eating us. The number one, do you know what the number one drug on the planet is?
I don't.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna tell you. No.
Sugar?
The number one drug on this planet is this thing. It's called adrenochrome. A vial this big is $2 million in the fucking elite circles. And so what it is this: in your pineal gland, in your third eye, there's this thing that's in the middle of your head. They fucking extract that, especially from kids, from babies. They eat that shit. And that's why there's a vampire movie here, vampire movie there, vampire soap opera here, interview with a vampire. Fucking everything is a fucking vampire, this and that, because it's real. That shit's real. That's what they fucking are and shit. And they, you look it up, adrenochrome. You'll be surprised. If you never heard of that shit, you're going to be like, damn, that's fucking crazy. I never heard about that shit. So yes, they fucking eat us. But we're breaking out of it right now. There's like a lot of good. So when I was saying about the center of our galaxy, there was a big energy cloud from the center of our galaxy, and it's reaching our sun, our solar system. It already reached here. And so these advanced aliens are like, oh shit, there's an uncharted island over here where we live. And that's why everything is flipping upside down right now. Everything is getting destroyed. The whole money system's about to get destroyed. It's going to this cryptocurrency thing. It's a big change right now. Everyone's fucking, they don't know what's going on. All this crazy shit. The whole government's being overthrown. This is an awesome time to be alive right now, to getting us ready to go into like a space age world and shit. It's fucking amazing shit right now. But you'll slowly start seeing this. Everyone's gonna think I'm crazy, as they always do. But when they find out, they're gonna be like, damn, he was talking about the truth.
So what's your perceived time scale on something like that?
From now till 2030, it's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of wars that's going to happen. And all these wars are going to be destroying certain places that have like portals. Like in Maui, they had a area that just got destroyed a year ago or something. You know about that? The fires in Maui?
Yeah. The fires. Yeah.
So that's actually a portal on the earth. And they want to build a space station there, a smart city. You guys know what a smart city is?
No
I
idea.
I do
Okay,
not.
so a smart city is these cities that, or they Trump calls them a freedom city, and they're gonna build like a space station there, or it's like a super advanced city. That it's even like it's so advanced that the walls can give you healing vibrations, and they heal themselves. Like let's say if it breaks, the wall will heal itself. It's like you could talk to the city, you could talk to the walls, and it'll give you information. It's like super advanced, high tech, fucking space age shit. So that's what that city's gonna be. There was another fire in L.A. That is also a Earth portal. They're gonna make a fucking smart city there. So they're gonna be destroying all this old shit. They're gonna have all these wars. Like, oh, there's a war in whatever Chicago. They just blew up all these places because a lot of these places don't need to be. Like even where I live in San Francisco, it's a big city. It's a portal. They've always built nice cities on a fucking the ley lines or the portals, the energetic parts of the earth, and they're gonna fucking rebuild those places because all these cities are fucking ancient junk. Like you look around, it's like where are all these ugly ass fucking telephone pole wires everywhere, ugly ass fucking buildings. It's gonna be all reset to like a new, better world and stuff. I hate to say it, but they just kind of got to do that and shit.
Mm.
And so there's these things called whistleblowers. Whistleblowers are people that live like they work in the military. Like you heard of Trump's Space Force?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's these soldiers there that they know what's up, but they can't talk about it. And they're like, yo, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then another guy would say, hey, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. But, this is all allegedly. Like, don't quote me on this. This is just what I'm hearing, like from multiple sources that they're saying they need to reset the planet by having these fucking, this destruction happen from now to 2030 and shit. It could be everything I'm saying could be bullshit. But if you look into it, check it out. Everything.
There's
Don't believe
there's
me. Just go check it out.
there's things there that will show like
My
I
big
did.
my big thing on any of this is never like what's my stake in doubting you or believing in you really. It's like at worst it's like it could be a fucking dope story,
Yeah, it's
you
like it
know?
could be all bullshit. I could be
Could
listening
be
to the
bullshit, but it
Mothman
could be
radio.
just a dope story regardless.
It could be. I could be
So,
making this shit up. But if you go research it, like Sherlock Holmes said, if you get one clue, if you get two clues, three clues, whatever. But if you get five or more clues, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? So it's like
Mm.
kind of get like at least five clues from five different sources. You're gonna be like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on?
all
But
right.
I'm just like I said, I'm more into this than I am into DJing. I'm fucking way deep into DJing, but I'm a 10,000 more fucking hours deeper into the other shit, the secrets of the universe. I love that so much.
When did that start for you? Has that always
Like I
been a
said,
thing for
not
you?
1977. Before I was DJing, this is fucking maybe a year before Rapper's Delight came out. So I was
Mm.
into the UFO shit, and I would get books. And then when the internet came out, I started researching all this shit. Then I started talking to all these whistleblowers, and I became a ufologist myself. And I'm still learning. Just like with scratching, I'm still learning. It's another fucking category that I love the most.
Do you remember the first thing that like drew you into that? You remembered Rapper's Delight drawing you into the DJing world. What drew you into ufology?
So I had a book. Time magazine had this book about UFOs and ancient sites on the Earth that are like, why are these ancient sites here? Why they can't be built by humans and all this? I was so into that shit, and I collected all the books. I still have the whole fucking library, all the fucking books.
Mm.
And I was into psychic powers and telepathy and fucking levitation and all this anti-gravity shit. Now all the secret government has all this anti-gravity information now, and man, it's fucking dope. Crop circles. I got all the before there was DVDs, before there was Blu-ray, it was the VHS. I had to go collect. I went to all the UFO conferences everywhere, deep into it, and even deeper probably now.
That's dope.
Yeah,
That is dope. Do you
but
have any actual like photographs, artifacts from stuff that you have collected? Because we had a while back we had a UFOologist that's from here. His name's Dustin Shudder. Dustin Shudder. He's from here and he does a UFOologist podcast based out of Madison. And he actually has photographs. So I'm just curious, do you have your own artifacts of anything like that?
no, but you can't tell me I never seen it because I was lying down one day on my couch with my ex-girlfriend, and we were looking at the stars, like a beautiful starry night. This was in, I remember it fucking clearly. It was in Burlingame, and we saw three red stars kind of just twist out into space and just kept going higher and higher, higher and out into space. We were like, what the fuck was that? So that could either be military or that could have been like some alien craft. We don't know, but it's definitely whatever the fuck it is. It's a high level technology because no airplane could do that shit.
Was
That's one
that
thing.
was that nighttime, daytime?
Nighttime, for sure. Nighttime. Yeah. I remember that.
So I have my one thing. I don't know what it was. I had my one thing when I was younger, right? Um, and I remember looking out, but this was a daytime thing. I was looking out, and I still stay in the same house. Like I bought it. It's my grandparents' house. But I remember looking out towards the area of like the sun setting, and I saw there was like a orb type situation go up over the trees, and then it went back down. Can't explain it. No idea. Never seen anything like that in my life. Still to this day, but I remember that happening. I still remember that to this day. I don't
I
know if
believe
I.
you.
I also had one when I was young. I was like 10 years old on my dad's back porch. There was we had a woods that was like maybe 200 yards away, and right above that woods, it was like a triangle shaped, big black, had ridges all over it. Completely silent, showed up. I looked at it for a little bit, like, what the fuck is that?
Daytime or
And then
nighttime?
daytime, middle of the day,
Wow.
completely silent, middle of the day, just sitting there. And then I looked away for a second. I looked back, and it was completely gone. No noise, nothing. Just gone, just vanished. And it was huge. Like
Hey,
whatever it was very big. It was completely silent.
I believe you because that's probably what we saw. It was the three stars. Probably was it like what you said. It was probably some pyramid craft.
Yeah, it was like a triangle of some sort with ridges
Yes.
all over it.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
I wasn't
it was
lying.
wild.
I was telling the truth. Yeah.
It was a weird, yeah, it was a weird occurrence. And I just
There you
remember
go.
staring
See.
at it and being like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. You know, people. I bet you a gang of people see that shit. They just don't want to talk about it. But I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah,
talk about it. I'm glad you said
yeah,
something too. See, there you go.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah.
yeah. Um, are you in a like movie shit at all? I'm curious if you've seen. I remember when it first came out. I saw it. The Us movie. Have you seen Us?
No, tell me about that.
So Us is the. I believe it's Us. Let me double check before I fuck this up.
The
Hold on.
Jordan Peele movie,
Yeah, the one about
the
the alien
alternate.
the alien
Yeah,
shit. Right. That's it.
no, that's not.
What? Nope.
Them.
Nope. Have you seen
Nope,
Nope?
nope,
Nope is what
nope.
it is.
Oh, send me the link. I want to see that.
Yeah, so it's also a Jordan Peele movie, and it's
Ooh,
basically about um it's UFO shit, but it's like
love that. Look,
they see it. It keeps hiding behind this cloud, right? And then like you were talking about, uh, it feeds on people. So these people will come to this gathering to see this happen, and this one guy leads them there, and then it will come down, pick the people up, and then later on in the movie you'll see what happens to the people, and it's literally feeding on the people.
yeah, there's like what he said too. There's the kind that feed off your energy. There's psychic vampires. There's actual vampires that really eat people. Man, there's all fucking kinds of shit out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Well, wow. But I will
But
send
it's
you.
good. It's good
I
to talk about it because we could, if you don't know your fucking enemy, how are you gonna fight him? So it's like we need to
mm,
know and how to now we have to figure out how do we counterattack all this. And this is good because now that more people are waking up, it's like, oh hell no, they can't fuck with us. So and a lot of people have been finding out this is the weird shit is a lot of people get abducted by aliens and the people that get away, they always say the same thing. They say, Jesus Christ, help me. And they fucking leave. For some reason, they don't like Jesus Christ. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's easy for me. I love saying Jesus Christ all the time. They don't like that name. That's one thing. The Christ consciousness.
mm,
That's a weird one. So I'm like, ooh, okay, I could do that.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I just I like where this went. Even though we started the turntable and then we went into this. I just it's a
Well, that's
very
just what this cast is always. It
it
goes all
is.
over the
It's
place.
free flowing all over the place. But um let's dive back in real quick. I just want to briefly talk about the you getting to be a part of the Rocksteady crew. Because I'm a big Arsonist fan. I know they were like the hip hop group that was part of Rocksteady. I believe that's how that went. Yes, I think that's how that went. But yes, I'm a big Arsonist fan. So yes, talk about the Rocksteady and being a part of that and how that experience was. I mean, clearly it's still a thing, but yeah.
Me, Mixmaster Mike, and Apollo had a kind of like, well, like I said, we had the first DJ band kind of routine, and we performed that in New York with our MCs, FM20. And Crazy Legs from Rocksteady Crew, who's the president, saw us and he was like, "Yo, I want these DJs to be down with Rocksteady." And so then we became the first ever Rocksteady Crew DJs. And then a year goes by, and he starts recruiting everybody as Rocksteady Crew DJs. And that's when we're like, okay, there's too many Rocksteady Crew DJs. We have to find our own name. And then a year or two later, we became Invisible Scratch Pickles.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Well, Pest, you got one more question before I close it out?
Where did you meet Mixmaster Mike?
In middle school, I would walk by him in the hallway, and I'd be like, "That's interesting." Like, we would never talk to each other. We just like, just there's a vibe there. We didn't even know. And then years later, what do you call it? My friend said, "Hey, you got to meet this guy, my boy Mixmaster Mike. He's a dope scratcher." And then I had just started DJing for maybe like, I don't know, a month or some shit. And I was like, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy?" And then I went to go meet him. And I was like, "Oh, it's that guy I used to walk by in the hallways that I'd never talked to, but I just kind of like, just looks really familiar." And then he started scratching all tick, 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 real fast and shit. And I was like, "Holy shit, this dude's super advanced." And then that's when I started like becoming a fan. I was like, "Damn, this dude's a badass DJ. He's better than like DJ Apollo, who was like the kind of like the main DJ in the Bay for us, who was playing. He's like a superhero and shit." And I was like, "This guy's better than Apollo and shit." And so I just kept going to all the Mixmaster Mike's shows and stuff, and started learning how he does stuff, and started hanging around with him and trying to get in his head, try to learn what he his philosophy. And so I would always bite his shit. So I was always a step behind him, biting his shit. And then one day he moved away to another city, 2 hours away, like Sacramento, Stockton, or whatever. And then I couldn't bite from him anymore. So I started imagining what would Mike be doing. I started imagining all these things, what kind of scratches he would be doing. And by imagining, I would invent my own style that wasn't there. And so I was like, oh, fuck, I don't really need to bite from anyone. I could just make up my own shit in my head and fucking do that. And so that was kind of like the way how how you call it, develop my own personality.
That's dope.
That's super dope on how that came to be. Yeah, man. Well, to lead us out, I know you have the DJ Qbert Scratch School, but what would you tell your young students or a young kid growing up that wants to be a turntablist, a DJ, on how they could move forward to achieve that goal?
Just make up your own rules. I remember Mixmaster Mike told me that. I asked him the same question when I was a kid. He said, "Be original, make up your own rules." And then with the alien stuff, we were talking about all the spirituality stuff. You're gifted with a certain gift to make the world a better place, and you have to use that, and you have to respect it. Some people give up real easy, and you can't give up. The main goal is to just never stop. And luckily for me, I made an experiment to myself. I said, what if I never stop practicing? What will happen? I just want to see what would happen. So I figured that out on accident by doing an experiment on myself by never stopping. And it fucking worked out. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna regurgitate that to you and just never give up.
Dope, man. Well, this has been super dope, man. I appreciate you being on the podcast, man. This has been CyphaDen Chat. Presented by CyphaDen Music, where we inspire even those higher. And remember to never stop chasing your dreams, because you will never know what you are fully capable of. My name's Tayamu Denku. That's my homie Pestilence, or as he is listed today, Pesty Kong. And tonight we had special guest, the one, the only, DJ Qbert in the house. We appreciate you to the fullest, man. Thank you again, sir, for being a part of the CyphaDen Chat. Until next time.
Blessings, yeah. Blessings, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Much love, man.
Appreciate you, bro. I'll be in touch.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace.